home to America soon, but not until his wife says so. She's in Australia from Sydney. So I know that you do like I do. Dr. James, we men like to sleep indoors, so we do what our wives tell us.
You got that right. I learned that a long time ago.
Okay, very good, very good. You've been listening, and he has teamed up with, of course, Justin Leonard, as I said, and you go to backforever.com. And all I know is that this is a program that will help you, help your back, help your game. And listen, if you can hang around with it,
have a show, buddy.
Yeah. Is there are we good with volume so these guys can hear? Or?
This is a program that will help you, help your back, help your game. And listen, if you can hang around with it,
have a show, buddy.
Yeah. Is there are we good with volume so these guys can hear? Or?
Hang around with Dr. James.
No, there's not going to be a lot of hearing because we got to route that audio.
Oh, I got you. Never mind. Yeah,
20 seconds. Aspen, Colorado.
But they can put a head.
Yes. Yes.
Right, Dr. James?
Okay.
I think so.
So.
All right, can't wait to have you back on with me again on Great American Golf. We're going to be out at the Schwab Cup. Everybody have a great time. We'll be back on NBC Sports Radio Monday night, right here.
You're clear. Hey. Yeah, have a good one, man. We need the line. Good night.
They're always trying to kick that dude off. That's right.
Yeah.
Check your, how's your headset, Vince?
Check, 1, 2. I'm a little light on the hearing. The audio sound is, a little in my head here. There we go. That's a little better.
More?
No, I think that's good. Mitch will probably tell us if we're hot or not, but.
Trying to connect still.
Come on, Ray, get off the line. Huh.
Come on, Ray.
There we go. Yes. All right. Whew.
There we go.
Now at
All right.
Napa Auto Care Centers.
Mitchell's here. Hang
on. Okay.
Brilliant headlamps and get a pair of Proformer wiper blades free. Because when you put safety first, your equipment shouldn't be second. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers. Some restrictions apply while supplies last. Offer ends 12/31/19.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours, and you haven't slept. Vic ZQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin that helps you fall asleep naturally.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hey, Mitch, we have Coach Max Ragsdale from Campo Verde will be calling in right away, like right at 7 or 7:01. I don't know. Has he called in?
How's our levels, Mitch?
Turkey, he better.
Hit your mic a little bit, Vince.
Yeah. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We good?
Good.
Turn Vince down a little bit.
Okay. Check 1, 2. Your headset's just really hot. A little bit ago. It's just super
hot.
How's
that? Is that better, Mitch?
Perfect.
We good?
Check 1, 2. Good. All right.
Sal's Gilbert Pizza.
Do you share the Comrex with anyone?
With Ed.
Here to talk about Angel Dentistry. Angel Dentistry.
That's why that you're always loud then, Vince.
10 years and can't think of
Why?
Anywhere else. Dr. Amber Angel.
Because you're louder than
than Ed and Javon? Well, Javon is smooth, though.
Yeah, so you're louder than them.
I'm louder than them? Thank you. Okay.
Just naturally.
Natural, yeah. I think it's an ethnic thing.
Call 602-788-2008 and ask about the JV Sports Special.
He's calling right now.
Perfect. Do you think anybody claimed the complimentary white tray from Angel Dentistry yet?
I'd love to know.
Yeah. Wonder what is.
I wonder who's going to be calling in on the Sal's Gilbert Pizza hotline.
Yeah.
Bob Jenkins. Bob is a Marine Corps veteran. Bob and his younger brother DJ own Vets Built Contracting.
Yep, that was him.
Trucks around Metro Phoenix.
Perfect.
Our brother DJ own Vets Built Contracting.
Yep, that was him.
Trucks around Metro Phoenix,
perfect.
I'm sure. For 5 years, they've been hiring.
So, Mitch, we are sitting here with Sports Information Director Josh Fisher.
How's it, Josh? How's it going?
Blog. Oh, nice. Oh, Josh just nodded his head. So,
sweet.
Yes. All right.
Which one are you talking about?
The one from last Saturday.
Yeah, I actually sent it to his email too.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And home to the Coach Mike Nesbitt Show.
I think it went up Wednesday.
Got it. Bell and Litchfield in Surprise. Come by on Tuesdays for buy one get one free boneless wings.
Let's see here.
Thursdays feature 70-cent boneless wings.
And then I will obviously write another one tonight after the game, and that'll go up Monday or Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you're going to be here tonight.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
In Surprise. Tell them you're a fan of the JV Sports Show.
Yes, he was nice enough to email me almost immediately afterwards.
Wow, okay.
And
Yeah,
give me
yep.
credentials for tonight.
Good. All right.
Here we go, buddy.
This program is paid for by the JV Sports LLC.
You're listening to the JV Sports Show. Talking JUCO, NAIA, D2, D3, and community college sports. And now, here's your hosts, James Poovey and Vince Delizio.
You're live.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Surprise, Arizona. We're live on midcourt here, Vince, in the brand new Faith Arena on campus here, Ottawa University, Arizona, in Surprise. Debut game tonight for the men's basketball team. You'll be on the call. It's going to be an exciting day out here this morning.
I can't wait. I wish we had a basketball right now. I'd go over and I'd start dunking the ball. Now, granted, I'm only 5'7",
I'd love to see
I have
that,
no
Vince.
vertical, but I'd take a chair or something and put some points here so I could have the first official scoring in this arena.
Yes.
So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and this is going to be a great show. This is wonderful. I mean, we're here in the warm, friendly confines of Faith Arena here on the campus of OUAZ, Ottawa University, Arizona, in beautiful Surprise, Arizona. Vince Delizio with my broadcast co-host partner in life, James Poovey.
Oh, wow, we're partners in life.
Well,
That's
at least
special,
over on
Vince.
the air. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
we gotta-
And we're live on
that's
YouTube, so if you want to take a look at
Yes.
this beautiful place, get on there, the JV Sports Show now.
Yes, and we've got a big show. We say that every week, but today is definitely not going to disappoint. We are joined. In fact, I'll tell you what, Mitch, before we say anything further about any of the other guests, let's bring him on right now on the Sal's Gilbert Pizza Hotline, located on the southwest corner of Gilbert and Warner, best pizza in the East Valley, with Campo Verde head football coach Max Ragsdale. Coach Ragsdale.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
Doing well.
Coach,
Getting ready
man,
to,
yeah.
To try and beat Higley today.
Big.
We're up and running.
Big win last night. You guys, I tell you what, and I'm Max. I've known you for 25 years. I'm the announcer at your games, and the fact that I've known you 25 years, you still allow me in the stadium, but I announced the game. I was hurting in that first half. What happened? Things weren't going your way.
I was right with you, and I was worried about our kids' mindset. You lose 3 in a row, but we try and tell the kids, hey, you lost to the number 1, you lost to the number 3, you lost to the number 4. Good teams make you play bad sometimes, and I was worried about our kids' mentality, and it took us a little while to take some of the rust off. Luckily, our defense, which has kind of been our MO calling cards the last couple of years, really kept us in it and gave us a little time for our offense to catch up. Our offense caught up, and before it was all
Win last night. You guys are going to now face the Higley Knights. What do you know about this football team?
Well, we played them 2-3 weeks ago. They got some dudes over there, and at one point in time, the game was 30-38. With about 5 minutes left in the fourth, and then our wheels fell off, and it got ugly, and it ended up 52-30. So we got to learn from our mistakes. We can't give them anything. We turned it over, and then, like I said, they got a big one over the top, and we just have to put a better version of ourselves out there, and that's what we're going to start doing today at 8 o'clock when the kids come in.
So, Coach, what we wanted to do for you is that, and I actually wanted I picked a player of the game last night, if I may announce it. I didn't say anything to you in advance, so I'll let that be known. But what's the linebacker that had the 2 touchdowns last night? Zach Harper. Zach Harper is the player of the game from last night. I got to get an address to send him a T-shirt from our T-shirt sponsor, One Amongst Many, for his play. He was phenomenal. Came out of nowhere and made some great plays. There was one ball that got pitched. It was a pitch in the backfield. He caught it and ran it in. I mean, it was a miracle. The guy just came out of nowhere, played lights out last night, and his dad bought us dinner up in the box.
Well, that's about right. And all mentions of his name. His dad's a good man. We actually did a team meal at his house, and his family is awesome, very hospitable. And a couple words about Zach. Zach is a great senior leader for us. Zach does what we asked him to do. And last year, like with most of these kids that are playing this year, last year they were behind 27 seniors.
Wow.
This year they're stepping up playing, and this year we have 34 seniors. So, Zach's just a big part of that, a big time contributor to what we're doing, and thank God that he was the contributor that he was last night.
Coach, thank you so much, Max. We appreciate you coming on with us, and good luck next week. We know you got to get to practice. You're an early riser. For me, it's real tough for me to get out of bed in the morning, but you're up and going. Probably half the day is already done for you. So congratulations on the win. Big one next week. Good luck against Higley Knights. Coach Eddie Zuby. I know Eddie for many years as well, so it should be an interesting game, and hopefully you get the offense rolling, get those guys rolling, Coach.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate you having us on, and good luck to you guys the rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Okay. All right. Here we go. So we are joined by OUAZ, Ottawa University, Arizona, head women's basketball coach, Stephen Moss. Coach Moss, good morning, sir. Good morning. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Okay, Coach. So new building, new faces, new head coach. What's the feeling? A lot of excitement?
Yeah, it's a lot of excitement. Coming to practice every day is great. Just with all the new faces, some really, really good freshmen. Some of the returning players that are here, really happy to have this arena. Just something special that they can really hold on to and really make it a real special season.
How did you end up coming to OUAZ, Coach? Talk a little bit about your journey here to Ottawa University, Arizona.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miley Carr, obviously was the first head coach, and he recruited my daughter from Grand Canyon.
Okay.
So that's how we kind of knew each other. And he knew that I used to coach at Xavier Prep. I was a head varsity coach there. And when he got the job, he was like, well, hey, would you like to join my staff? And I said, of course. So just kind of from there, and just been together ever since. So it was really fun getting this thing started.
Now you're a couple of games in, obviously, into the season. Tell us a little bit about what how things are going, what going into the season, what you had, and how things are playing out. Even though it's pretty young, in the season so far.
Yeah, sure. Taking over wasn't as hard as it may look, just because my role was an assistant with the recruiting coordinator.
Okay.
So I knew the girls coming in pretty well, recruiting them since high school and junior college. So it was a really smooth transition for me. And on the court, it was just really seamless. So we've been playing great. We're 2-0 right now. We just won last night.
Wow.
Really positive, really positive. We have some really, really dynamic players, and that always helps.
Nice.
Coach, you guys, as you mentioned, are 2-0, a nice start to the season. Can't do much better than that, right?
No.
A big win against Park Gilbert, 83-66, and then last night you guys took care of business against Sagu American Indian College, 74-62. Talk about the competition and the level of competition so far that you've faced here this season.
Well, it's only going to get better from here. I mean, those two teams are pretty good and really good test for us. But, going forward, the GSAC is the number one NAI conference in women's basketball. So with
3 minutes.
Probably 8 to 7 teams ranked in the top 25 every year. So it's only going to get harder from there. So these games really prepare us for that. We're going to play Westmont, which won the league last year. We're going to play them in the next couple of weeks. So I think we're on track to really be competitive and be ready for those games.
Your recruiting base. So as the recruiting coordinator, you obviously are recruiting, nationally, territories, areas. You've got a big base here in Metro Phoenix. Where are your girls coming from, and what's it like now having your own facility to further sell or reinforce your message?
Right. Well, I think that we have good enough players here in Arizona. So I'm really looking for homegrown kids, and just being in the basketball community for so long with club and coaching high school, and having a lot of relationships with the local junior colleges. There's plenty of girls that will can play in this program. Really appreciate it, especially playing in such a nice venue as this, in the school with the dorms and the student center. So I really go after a lot of local kids. We do have some international kids as well.
Sure.
I have a kid from Russia and a kid from Montenegro. So
wow.
Those 2 freshmen. So they're pretty good players. So it's just a mix of Arizona kids, a couple of international kids, and we're good to go. So,
Coach, how excited are your girls about next Saturday, the 16th, right here, 12 noon, high noon?
Yeah.
for that first game here at Faith Arena. They got to be
they're
over the moon.
Yeah, they're jacked. They're jacked. They wish it was tomorrow. You know what I mean? So every day we practice in here, they're always they're talking about the home opener. So it's just going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting for all of us just because it's the whole school is behind it. Everybody's talking about we want to go to the game and
that's great.
Tickets and all that stuff. So when you have that kind of build up, it's always great.
Give us some names of specific girls that should be big contributors this year, Coach.
Well, we got Kate Sokolova. She's from Russia.
Okay.
She's a freshman. She's a 5'11" shooting guard. She's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
She's probably our third leading scorer, about 12 points a game.
Wow.
Natasha Radovic from Montenegro. She's probably at 18, 19 points a game. She's also a freshman. She actually plays on a Montenegro national team too.
Okay.
So she's a good player.
Nice.
Taylor Davis from Tucson. She's 6'2" center. She's been doing well, almost averaging a double-double.
Outstanding. How about some of your coaches, really quick, Coach? We got about 30 seconds here with you. Some of the coaches make this program go.
Well, right now it's just me. So, right now it's just me.
Coach, if you need any help, you got James and I here. We coach up those girls too.
Don't tempt me.
I got a recruit for you, Coach. We'll talk off air. Let me tell you what.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys.
Outstanding. Coach Stephen Moss, the head coach of the OUAZ women's basketball team. These guys 2-0 so far.
Yes.
They debut next Saturday here at Faith Arena, high noon. I'll be on the call of that one, so it's going to be a great day. And don't forget the men open up tonight here at Faith Arena with Vince on the call.
Yes,
for OUAZ.
I can't wait. I am so excited about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have coming up with us Coach Kyle Steele, OUAZ men's volleyball coach. Stick around. Don't go away. Join us here on the JV Sports Show.
And don't forget, we're live on YouTube right now, the JV Sports Show YouTube channel. Check it out, and you can get a nice view of this beautiful facility. Right back after this.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Excellent.
Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. Nice to meet you. Definitely.
Saturdays, noon to 3 on KTUS AM 1060. Whether it be auto, home, life, or business protection, Farmers Insurance Agent Heidi Cummings has you covered. As your Farmers Agency located at 32nd Avenue in Peoria in Phoenix, they have the knowledge and experience to fulfill your personal, family, and business risk management needs. Give Heidi a call today at 789-6801.
The Black Mountain Cafe has been a carefree staple since 1978. Owners Don and Lisa Little know something about the Valley. Having grown up here and operated businesses here, they understand what loyalty means, and they strive to provide quality service at the best price. With specials every day of the week, including a kids menu and old-fashioned shakes and malts, there's something sure to please your appetite at Black Mountain Cafe, located in historic Spanish Village in the heart of Carefree. Tell them Vincent James sent you. BlackMountainCafe.com. Proud partners of the JV Sports Show. Long Realty is the go-to for all your real estate needs. Local buyer looking in the West Valley? Call our trusted partners at Long. Out-of-state friends looking for a home in the beautiful Valley of the Sun? Call Long. Selling? Call Long. And they'll make your home long gone. Call 623-584-5384 and mention the JV Sports Show to get a free market analysis. Long Realty, located in beautiful Surprise, Arizona on Grand Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Surprise is an official sponsor of the JV Sports Show and home to the Coach Mike Nesbitt Show.
Yeah, Coach, why don't you just post that thing up here? Yeah.
Surprise. Come by on Tuesday.
Lay that thing up on the table.
Wow.
Is anyone calling this segment?
Not this segment, no. Our next caller is going to be at 7:30.
And again,
that's what I thought.
Yep.
And that's the NCCAA National Championship.
Yes.
Right.
Of the JV Sports Show. Finance of America Mortgage and Surprise is your lending partner. The Finance of America family of companies offers a variety of lending products that can meet your needs.
Folks, come on down early today. They're going to have the Alabama LSU game up on the Jumbotron here in Faith Arena.
Oh, my gosh.
Are they really?
I'm just kidding.
No, Mitch.
See, Mitch is already on his way. He's grabbing his keys. I can hear you in the background.
I have press credentials today.
See there?
See, now you have press credentials. Thanks to Josh Fisher, who doesn't even know you, but I still gave you the press credential.
At 1:30, I'll be at the ASU game. So.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Both places.
Mitch is flipping the coin today at ASU.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish.
Oh, man.
You listen to the JV Sports Show.
Your host, Dave Jones.
They would hate me if I flipped the coin. I would never fight that I'd make a hole.
Take off running.
Back? Sure.
KTUS AM 1060.
Love it. A little bit of Steely Dan on a Saturday morning here. JV Sports Show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are joined by national champion, OUAZ men's head volleyball coach, Kyle Steele. Coach Steele, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. Head volleyball coach here for the men at OUAZ. Now, you guys haven't quite started things yet. That's going to be happening after the holidays. You're going to open the season at Arizona Christian on the road. Talk a little bit about your squad and how it's been so far at OUAZ.
It's been going well. We've had a lot of strength and conditioning up until this point. Been practicing for a couple weeks now. Actually, hosted ASU in here the other night for a scrimmage. Had a nice turnout. But
very cool.
We have an interesting mix, like 9 seniors and 9 freshmen, and then some tricklers in between. So it's going to be an interesting, fun mix of guys.
Now, no offense, Coach, but you're a pretty non-assuming guy. You showed up in here in a little hoodie and some flip-flops, but you're a national champion. I mean, did they give you the corner office? Did they kick the AD out of his office, give you his office, and the parking space that says national champion? I mean, what's it like winning a national championship?
It was a very rewarding experience. I mean, for us to be able to go in year 2 and compete at the level, I think I'm more impressed, coach talk here, that we did it in 12 straight sets, not dropping a single set the entire tournament.
Impressive.
In Chicago, where it was -13 outside, walking to the gym, are guys that some of them never been out of Arizona, California. So,
Wow. And now, and so talking about that whole experience, how many days were you out there? Who did you play? I mean, what was it like?
So we were out there about 4 days. Okay. Got there, the guys got to see Chicago, so that was a kind of good. And then we got kind of down to business. Played 4 matches. Played Campbellsville, a couple teams from the Georgia, South Carolina area, Greenville out of Illinois. So
nice.
Kind of a mix of people from around the country that we don't normally get to see. So it was a good experience for us.
Now, you have a lot of returners coming back, and talk a little bit about the strength of your team going forward now.
Yeah, I think the strength of our team is definitely going to be in the returning core, the guys that have been there and been competing for 2 years. Last year in the GSAC, finishing 3rd in the GSAC last year was a good start for us, even though we weren't postseason eligible in the NAIA. But those guys bringing leadership, bringing the IQ, and then the freshmen that we're adding are super athletic. I think that's exciting for us, is because I think we're phasing and we're getting more athletic with the younger side of things, but the older guys are bringing them along, doing a good job of leading them every day in the gym, trying to help them with that IQ and help them learn how to play college volleyball.
How does the rest of the conference look going into this season?
Our conference is tough.
Yeah,
it is by far the toughest conference in the country. I expect there could, at one point this season, be 5 teams in the top 15 in the country in our conference.
Wow.
And so it's men's volleyball is kind of scattered across the U.S., but Southern California is a huge hub. Arizona is growing, getting to be a really good hub, and then the Chicago, Pennsylvania, kind of New York areas are kind of
talk about a little bit, Coach, the rise of men's volleyball. As you mentioned a moment ago, it's really getting popular, even at the high school level.
Yeah, the high school level here and there.
We hope it continues to grow and catch up at the juniors level too.
Well, and obviously that has to benefit you because of the fact that you've got this big surge here in Arizona, so you don't have to travel as far to get these kids. And with regard to your own roster now, you've got some local kids on the roster?
Yeah, a bunch of local all over the place, but the majority of our roster is homegrown kids. So,
and you have 9 seniors, is that correct, Coach?
Correct,
talk about some of those guys.
We've got our returning a couple of setters that we like returning. Andrew DeLeone and Fields are good leaders for us, captains for us. They're going to do a good job being in charge of the show this year. Setter's kind of the quarterback, point guard position for volleyball. So our libero, Joaquin Santa Cruz, he's been a solid force for us. Just great ball control, returning this year. And then James Yonner, our opposite, has been a 2-year starter for us. And I'm sure I'm missing some, but we've got a bunch returning, and then we've got some freshmen that I'm excited about too. So
very good.
Coaches, Give us some information about your staff. Who else makes this go besides you?
I have some really good help. My wife is my full-time assistant right now.
So you're not a one-man show like Moss?
No, not at the moment.
We're gonna fix that.
He's got a broom right now too. He's sweeping the floor. Coach Moss over here. He does it all.
And then I have my graduate assistant's a guy named Wellington Afusia. He's been an awesome addition for us this year. He's came over, graduated from Grand Canyon last year, and then came over to work for us. So he's good with the guys. He's actually living on campus.
Oh, okay.
Doing some things, but he's taken off in his coaching role as well.
How excited is your team about this facility? Not only the gym, but the weight room and everything that goes with it, and the crowd that's going to be on hand to watch the games, and the excitement from the student section and everything. It's been coming. You guys played obviously at Willow Canyon High School before, and now you're coming in here to this beautiful facility.
Yeah, with 9 seniors, we've had a lot of guys that have gone through it for 2 years, and early 5:30 a.m. mornings at Willow Canyon, and Dysart High School. So they're ecstatic just to be practicing in here. The mood is different, and then getting to go straight to weights after practice, and you kind of seen I think the pride is what you see. You see this more of that. Be proud of the school that I go to. I'm proud of what we have, and we take pride in the little things here as well. But for those guys to endure it for a couple of years and get to reap the benefits of it, it's been. We had a great crowd for a scrimmage that I didn't even advertise for. It was more like a practice for us, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, we should have charged admission the other night.
James and I could have been out there selling this. Okay. Coach, so as I said, you're a very non-assuming guy. You showed up, you're in Bermuda shorts, a little hoodie here, and flip-flops. You're obviously not from here because it's 50 degrees outside. Where are you from?
I actually was born here in Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah. But I lived in Oklahoma City for a majority of my life. Probably bounced around a few places, lived in Southern California for a very short stint.
I was going to put you in Southern California.
SoCal. Talk a little bit about your coaching experience before OUAZ Spirit.
So I have been at a couple of different schools before. I was at Oklahoma City University before I came here, actually coaching women, and was the head coach there for 3 years, and got some really good experience as a first-time head coach there. And then I was an assistant at a Division II school in Oklahoma City at Southern Nazarene University for 3 years before that. And got to learn a little bit there, and kind of a part of the process, and did a lot of the heavy recruiting there, so that's where I really got my feet wet.
Men's volleyball, obviously, like we talked about, is really how does that correlate?
So we love sand players personally, because I still that's probably my first love. Was I learned how to play sand before I learned how to play indoor, so that was kind of a first love for me. But there's nowhere to hide when you're playing beach doubles. You have to be good at every skill. You can't or indoors a little more specialized in positions where beach volleyball, you're either going to pass, set, or hit, or you're going to pass and hit. So if you're not good at one of those things, they're going to expose you very quickly, and they're either going to serve you if you're not very good at passing, or they're going to make you set if you're not very good at setting, or make you side out. So So that it's never a bad thing for guys to play sand. I think we're kind of seeing some growth in the catching on even in the men's sand game. There's some junior colleges are playing in Southern California now. There's a couple of NEI schools looking at adding, and so we'll see. I don't know if we're looking at it or not, but I think there may be some traction in the men's sand game too. Obviously, our women's sand team had a great year last year and national champions as well. But
always looking for the next Karch Karai, right?
Yeah.
Coach, what other things do you do conditioning wise to mix it up with your guys? I mean, do you spend time in the pool? What do you guys do? Do you hike?
We have in the past. I leave a lot of our strength and conditioning up to our strength and conditioning coach. Cody Hodgson does a great job for our guys. But we actually do a thing called Competition Tuesdays in our gym, which really during our normal practice just turns into every drill. It turns out to be a competition. Even the way we warm up is a competition. We split into two teams, and the guys love it, especially when we don't play till the weekend or something. It gives them that midweek competitive outlook for us. But up until we kind of started a 24-week segment, we've played flag football on the field. We play basketball. We play this kind of version of sit-down water polo. We play wiffle ball, kickball. So kind of switch it up on Tuesdays to give them see who's competitive.
Just keep them moving.
You know what you should try, which will be a segment later, is pickleball.
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 Right? I don't know if we can get on the courts out here. They're packed all the time.
Oh yeah, you just got to go out there. You got to challenge some of these guys. Look, here's some pickleball players right here.
Yeah.
You know,
the waiting room only out there.
Yeah, standing room crowds.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor. It's a pleasure to be surrounded by. I'm giving you a hard time, but by greatness. You're national champion for crying out loud. Yeah, you got our assistant athletic director in charge of contracts sitting right here. So we're going to negotiate.
They go away to Palos Heights, Illinois, for a tournament, and they return home on January 31st, 6 p.m. here at Faith Arena, and it's going to be a great debut. Thanks again, Coach, for coming on with us. We really appreciate it. And stay tuned for the JV Sports Show. We'll be right back after the break with Coach Lou Perrone. Stay tuned. You're live from
the 260 number, right?
Call 602-788-2008 and ask about the JV Sports Special, a free to-go white tray. With or without insurance, she will work with you off Cave Creek Road, north of the 101 in Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, trusted partner of the JV Sports Show.
So we have...
Hey guys, Vince here to talk to you about a good friend of mine named Bob Jenkins. Bob is a Marine Corps veteran. Bob and his younger brother DJ
I have no call
contract.
Okay.
You've seen their trucks around Metro.
There you go.
Sweet.
For 5 years, they've been hiring and putting veterans to
Okay,
work.
so we have...
Obviously, I'll let you drive the ball.
And it'll be very unique. It'll be a football game with a whole bunch of different flags on the helmet.
So it's safe to say that football Americano is really taking off.
We're doing a fundraiser. We invited the two coaches. They're going to be the Hoover International Bowl, the two head coaches, Ricky Williams, President Trophy winner, and James Washington, who won 2 Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys. He was, for those that remember him playing, he was just one nasty safety. And those two are supported by Christian Kirk, who is the current Cardinal. He will be there as well.
Yeah.
Kids from 6 to 9. And we'll just use it as a fundraiser. So, a $30
sign up or just show up. How do people get involved with this outstanding event?
Well, there's 2 ways. One, by contacting us directly at 619-829-UFA English. And more importantly, contacting the Knight Agency here in Scottsdale is a very good source of information there.
And is that KNIGHT for Knight Agency?
Knight, KNIGHT.
Very good.
I don't think, and Ruben, I don't think people realize how big this is and how it's going to be and how it's been progressing. I mean, this is a big event. This is an event that has worldwide implications, not only within North America, but worldwide.
It's never been done before.
Yeah.
You've had foreign teams, USA Football does a great job, having a national all-star team that plays federations like Canada and Japan and Korea and Mexico, just to show you how much football is grown. The last World Championship, under 19, was in Mexico City.
Wow.
We took 45 young men from the San Diego area, the best 45 players. We lost 40-6.
Yeah. Wow.
USA Football played them in the World Championship. Mexico beat Japan and Team USA.
Wow.
And due to a pick 6, they lost the World Championship to Canada. But Mexico's rising. And, football's rising around the world. This is why the NFL is stepping around, Mexico City, London and Canada.
Yep.
American football's going to go global. No one's ever done this football game before.
Yeah.
In this fashion. And we're expecting this will be an annual event.
Yeah.
Jamie Sports will need to get the passport.
Passports, mine's already. Hey, and the other
business degree in English with, a couple of they sprinkle a couple of classes in Spanish. But that athlete can go play American football, where he's half an inch or 10 pounds lighter or whatever the situation is, still being used. And in Mexico, you can still use that football skill to get educated. But Mexican universities offer something that no Division I will offer. When that kid graduates, the degree is recognized by New York every year in Licupa, which is a football league in Tijuana. They started 3 years ago with 3 Americans. right now there's over 30 American athletes.
Amazing.
So when their high school career is over, they're playing in Tijuana.
Amazing.
Just to get that opportunity to get a scholarship.
That's
what the Hoop International Bowl is.
Well, yeah.
These 80 players.
State needs. Local buyer looking in the West Valley? Call our trusted partners at Long. Out-of-state friends looking for a home.
All right. Yeah.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Ah, you project
Perfect.
well.
Okay.
I think the whole city of Surprise can hear you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Junior college and small college.
Like Vince, we must turn you down a little bit.
Yes. There we go.
Listening audience, both locally and abroad. Partner up.
Certified official in the sport of pickleball. Tell everyone about pickleball who's never heard about it.
Hey, pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America. I mean, it is everywhere. It's a racquetball sport that's similar to tennis, badminton, and table tennis. However, it's played on a much smaller court. It's the size of about a badminton court, 20 by 44. You could take and put 4 pickleball courts in one tennis court. Hearing this noise and these people playing pickleball, so we got in there. They're friendly as heck. They'll want you to come in, try it, and we were hooked. Like I said, people of all ages. You got kids playing the sport all the way to 80, 90-year-old people.
Yeah.
There's a little gal out there now. Her name is Annalie Waters. Started last year, 12 years old. She's now playing in the pro division.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting.
The sport is very easy. It's an underhand serve, so there's not the overhead smashes that people do.
Not a whole lot of rotator cuff problems there. That's
Saves your
good.
shoulders.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's cross-court diagonally. There's a 2-bounce rule where the person on the receiving team has to let it bounce, return the ball. Serving team has a net that you cannot be standing in and volley the ball. You have to let the ball bounce. The serving team is the only people that can score points when they're serving.
Okay.
Once they create a fault, which would be hitting the ball out, hitting it into and breezeways, covered courts.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal deal. The tournament itself is going to be a charity tournament. Friday to December 13th is a women's day. Saturday, December 14th is the men's, and then Sunday, December 15th is the mixed. The proceeds of the tournament are going to go to the following charities. We're doing Soldier's Best Friend, which is an organization that pairs veterans with service dogs.
Yeah.
We've got Chance Shelter. They provide animal welfare services for alliances with the first responders. They'll go out if some couple or some elderly people have pets and are injured or whatever, they'll help take care of the dogs.
Awesome.
Then we have a Valley View Community Food Bank, and they're out here across the West Valley basically serving meals to people and children that need assistance. So those are our 3 main charities. We've got over 600 players coming from all across the country, along with about 80 pros.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the first time that we've got a prize payout for the pros at our tournament. The bigger tournaments with the pros nowadays, they're in for the money, and that's why they come.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we and James and I need to get you involved also on Saturday, December 17th. The JV Sports Show is going to be hosting Surprise Day on the JV Sports Show. So we're going to be going into the city of Surprise, working with the city staff of Surprise to bring together events just like this the week before your tournament, so you got to get involved in it. Come on out. We'll have details of that as in the upcoming weeks here. So we're working with some folks over at Town Hall and City of Surprise and that staff. So
yeah,
it'll be a lot of fun.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun, Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's amazing. Once you get started with it, you're hooked. I mean, we started back in 2003. We've been playing it ever since. I go out to various tournaments. I'm a certified referee. So USAPA is the parent organization that's across the country trying to sponsor tournaments, develop rules, and so forth.
Well, maybe we can possibly get out there, Vince, and stream one of those events and broadcast some of those tournaments. That would be a really good time. Sounds like the sport is really taking off, as you mentioned, one of the fastest growing sports in the country. Is there a website or anything where people can find out more about the tournament? And do you just show up? Are there tickets that need to be purchased, or bring your own lawn chair? What goes on there?
Tickets, admission is free. We're going to have 22 vendors.
Can James and I charge people to get in? So can we try to get in on this?
You can.
Okay.
You can.
All right. Perfect. All right. Thanks.
We're going to have 18 vendors. They're out there going to be selling wares and so forth. And like I said, it's free admission. People could come out and see some of the best pickleball players play. And I'll tell you, it's phenomenal to watch the pros play.
Now, we're sitting here with one of the players in this tournament who's a friend of the JV Sports Show. She's with Long Realty, one of our show partners as well, Nancy Muslin. Nancy, how are you?
You were great, Nancy. That was awesome. We are going.
Good job. Good.
You were great, Nancy. That was awesome. We are going.
Good job. Good job. How's it going, James?
How are you?
All right, man. Good to see you.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'll come out. We'll be out there.
The 12th.